and also about the benefit and also about the importance of implementation in this era. But before the presentation begins, let me tell you about how this webinar will run. Firstly, the speaker will present the material first. After that, there will Q&A session, and also then we'll continue for another presentation from the other speakers. For all of you guys, actually you can type your question in Slido link in the chat Zoom, or you can raise your hand for your question. Ladies and gentlemen, before it, I would like to introduce our speakers today first. For the first speaker, Dr. Luges. How's your day?
Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
very
good.
Clear. How's your day, Dr. Luges?
Yeah, I'm good here. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Luges. Before we start the presentation from Dr. Luges, actually I will introduce Dr. Luges first. Actually, Dr. Luges is senior lecturer, the technology and also entrepreneurship and innovation panel, Department of Business Administration, UTM Malaysia. She is also enthusiastic in entrepreneurship and innovation with more than 18 years experience. So it's very expert in the expertise actually, and she's also skilled in research and innovation, drive her to win various national and international awards, and also passionate in mentoring students to be successful as a startup. And last but not least, believe also strongly that collaboration able to promote creativity, innovation, and also cross-skilling. Okay, for Dr. Luges, time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much to the moderator, Ms. Natun. Okay, before I start, I would like to, first of all, thanks to the organizing committee, especially Mr. Bambang Dwi Wijanarko as the Deputy Director for BINUS Semarang. Thank you very much I really feel honored, to the invitation that I could share something from my side, okay, and also the entire organizing team. Okay, let me share my slide first. Okay, Natun, just a quick check. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, dear ladies and gentlemen, my beloved participants, okay, today is not a teaching session, okay, just take it as very simple, relax, and just try whenever I end this session, think that what you can take back. I just want a little bit from my session, 30 minutes, to take back something. Okay, so my title is going to be Digital Transformation, Pioneering the Entrepreneurial Frontier. Okay, so it is going to highlight the importance of digital transformations for entrepreneurs. Okay, before I start my session, I would like to ask one question. Okay, between digital evolution and digital transformation. Okay, so do you know the difference between evolution and transformation? Okay, let me put this picture. Okay, when those days we have barter system, right? When you give, like for example, 1 kilogram of meat and you exchange with 3 kilogram or 4 kilogram of sugar, that is barter system. Those days, I'm sure that you guys have not experienced it, okay? Those days, but we learn in history. Okay, then we go to gold, metal coin, paper money, right? Plastic money, electronic, and now also we have cryptocurrency. That is also emerging financial innovation now. Okay, do you think this is evolution or transformation? Maybe you can put in the chat box. What do you think? DE or DT? Evolution or transformation? I would like to see some answer. Oh, evolution. Evolution, okay. Okay, let us see the definition now. Then we see whether it's evolution or transformation. What is digital evolution? Evolution is ongoing or gradual changes. Okay, so gradually change. The transformation, the evolution is gradually changing. Okay, the technology is gradually changing. That is called evolution. Okay, so what is transformation? Transformation means transform. Straight away, you transform from an ugly little girl to a beautiful, gorgeous girl. Okay, young lady. Okay, that is transform yourself. Suddenly, you transform. That's called transformation. Okay, to the model in digital transformation, easily we can say that a changes, drastic changes, entire changes of modern digitized process. So correct, those who have answered me, yes, correct. It is digital evolution. Just now the picture of this is digital evolution. Okay, now let us go to the next one. So before I start, what are the advantages of digital transformation to the entrepreneurs? Let me explain to you what are the difference. Okay, there are three terms that usually used, okay, in our digital transformation term. First is digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation. Let us look first one by one, okay? What is digitization? Digitization is, okay, process of convert, okay, analog to e platform. For example, very easy example I can give: a paper document, for example, book. Those days we have books, your sisters, your auntie, your parents maybe have books, a lot of books. Maybe some of you have parents who have library at home. But in today's, we don't have books, we don't hold books. Everything is e-book, okay? Mostly e-books, we use e-books, okay? So from paper document, you change to digital document, okay? Either to PDF, to any digital platform. So we call it as digitization. The next one is digitalization. So what is the difference between digitization and digitalization? Digitalization is the use of digital technology to improve, to change something. For example, before this, you have physical store. Now you add digital, okay, digital element, and you have e-commerce. The process, the changes is happening in the process of your business. Okay, example that I can give here is in financial part. Okay, so paper currency to digital currency. For example, we have PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Wallet. For example, in Malaysia, we have Touch and Go. But I heard in Malaysia, for your information, we have one main monopoly e-wallet, that is Touch and Go. But I heard in Indonesia, you have multiple e-wallet, right? You have so many e-wallet, I heard, you know. So here we know, monopoly is, we have Touch and Go. Everyone will have Touch and Go in their phone. Okay, we have Touch and Go card also. So everything is Touch and Go. Other than Touch and Go, we will have our debit card or credit card. Okay, we have one main monopoly e-wallet, okay, that's called Touch and Go. Okay, so we have different countries, different contexts, different trend of people. So the entrepreneurs will try to innovate in a different way based on the context or customer of their country. Okay, the last one is digital transformation. So we learn about digitization, digitalization, digital transformation. That means you transform, straight away you transform, refer to a very comprehensive, for example, Amazon, or for example, Shopee. Okay, so in Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken, it is GoTo. Am I correct? You have GoTo, right? Integrate everything together in one platform. Okay, that's GoTo. So I kind of impressed with GoTo lah. Okay, where you integrate, like for example, in Malaysia, we have Grab. Okay, that is for logistic. Okay, Grab, and together with Shopee, integrate together, right? Become GoTo, right? So, so in digital transformation, one of the example that I give is IKEA. Okay, so if you see IKEA, it focus on developing e-commerce, and it also connect the customer in-store online interactions. For example, if you want to buy something, you go to IKEA. And Indonesia also, I think, have few IKEA, right? You're all familiar with IKEA, right? So you have few IKEA there. So in Malaysia, we have 2 IKEA. One is in Johor, one is in our capital, Kuala Lumpur. We have 2 IKEA. And if you see now, IKEA already integrate 3D. That means virtual reality as their one of the digital transformation element in their business. Okay, so for example, you want to go and buy sofa, okay, and you don't have to measure, take, thread and measure what is the size. You can use your phone. They have VR apps, so you can just see and keep it in your phone, and you go there and you can see whether it fit with your measurement of your living area. Okay, so that is how digital transformation actually play a big role in our business, daily business. So that is, I hope that you understand about digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation. Okay, now I'm going to go into how important digital transformation for entrepreneurs. Okay, so it is not an option anymore. You have to remember, digital transformation is not an option anymore for entrepreneurs. It is a must. If not, you'll be left out and you will hilang. Okay, you will lost in the industry because we are living in a very competitive world. Okay, competitive space. So you will be lost even if you are very big industry business also. Okay, let us see how digital transformation pioneering the entrepreneurial frontier. So I have give here 5 points. I'm going to discuss on the 5 points. If you see there are many points, I just want to look into these 5 main elements. Okay, I'll go one by one. Okay, the first one is on the digital business strategies transformation. If I look here, I give you example. GoTo and also JP Morgan. Okay, so how do you actually using digital transformation to change your business strategy? The first one, actually digital transformation can help you to make decision making, right? For example, company can analyze the data and look into the customer behavior. Okay, for example, right, if you look into digital platform, like for example, GoTo or our Grab, actually why we have Grab now? Why you have GoTo? Because you know the customer actually do not want to walk. Nowadays, they're very lazy to walk, to travel, right? From one place to one place. They prefer the food come to them. Okay, they prefer everything come to them. So this is the life. This customer behavior, the market trend is changing. And I want to ask you, I'm sure that you all know Nokia phone, right? Button phone last time. Kodak, why they fail? It's because they do not want to change. They still believe that, no, they are good. They do not understand about the market behavior and market trend. So that is very important. Okay, the second one is agile operation. You allow for scalable and on-demand resources. All the resources you have, what is in demand now? Everyone is having smartphone. About 90% of our citizens, our community are having smartphone, where you can just click one click, you can get everything with you. So you have to understand that. Okay, and the third one is you also can use digital transformation as a business strategy to manage your risk. Okay, for example, JP Morgan, okay, it's a bank, okay, it's a very famous bank, and they use digital transformation data to identify the fraud in the bank. How the bank actually identify the fraud? If you actually do transaction more than 10,000, they will call and ask you. And if you get more than 10,000 in Malaysia, they will not really allow you to do the transaction without answering few questions. So that is how they use behavior of people, okay, to manage the risk management, especially on the banking side. JP Morgan is one of the good example for risk management using digital transformation. Other example that I would like to give is Uber. Okay, I am not sure whether Uber is operating in Indonesia or not. Those days Uber operate in Malaysia, but Uber have a collaboration, an agreement with Grab. Grab is our go-to in Indonesia, so Grab is our hailing. Okay, so ride-hailing platform. So they have a collaboration with Grab and saying that, okay, we will leave, but of course, certain equity is given by Grab. Say, okay, we will leave this. We won't disturb your business. Now you do your business there. Okay, so it is very famous, Uber, right? Okay, ride-hailing platform to optimize pricing, route planning, and also driver dispatch. Okay, to gather insights. So we use digital transformation to do the business in Uber. And I'm sure that everyone know about Amazon, right? Amazon is a very well famous, developed by Jeff Bezos, right? So he said that you see, trillions of money he's earning now. Just he started with online bookstore, and now you are selling A to Z, Amazon A to Z, right? Selling A to Z. Okay, and they are using digital transformation in their business. Okay, if you see, they use all the data that actually from us, all the data, okay, the history. Okay, when let's say you go to one platform, but you did not select, you put in the chat, but you did not buy. So on the payday or on your birthday, okay, at the end of the month, they will know roughly, okay, when will be the payday for, in one country. So they will simply send you a message. Hey, Logis, do you like this? Purposely, put that advertisement to me. So make me feel that, hey, it's my payday. I think I wanted to buy this, why not? I go and buy that again. So that is how they use our data, okay, to give us personalized recommendations and improve the customer experience, okay? Another example is Netflix. Okay, come on, girls and guys. I'm sure that everyone know Netflix, right? We always, watch Netflix. So what is so good about Netflix? Everyone like Netflix, okay? It is because if you realize, you see, topic follow gaze trending now because you watch Narcos, new release, first top 10 in Malaysia, trending now, okay, in Malaysia, world trending, okay, coming soon, right or not? So all the recommendations are there. It just started with a DVD rental service, but now it's become one of the popular, okay, channel among everyone. So this is another one. Netflix is an example. Okay, Nike. Okay, what is so famous about Nike with the digital transformation? Is it just you can say, Dr. Lucas is just a shoe, right? So why you say that digital transformation is very important? Actually, if you realize Nike, it is one on Nike by you. That means you can design your own, you can select, okay, the base of the shoe, okay, the canvas, or you want to put your name there, okay, you design yourself. Then you also can preview how it will look like before you purchase them. So this is digital transformation is involved, okay? So this is the first part on the strategy. So you can change your strategy according to the need of the customer and according to your vision and mission, okay? Okay, now the second one is on the alignment, okay? So realignment, okay? So you have to understand that how digital transformation is very important in business realignment. If you see, okay, it can actually helps you to have, through a better data and analytic, moving key resources to the cloud. How cloud is very important. So if you understand now, everything is cloud. Okay, so even Amazon is in the cloud, right? So everything is in the cloud. So one of the good example that can I give is here, IBM Cloud for CIO, Chief Information Officer. Now, if you realize IBM is one of the famous cloud business that they are doing. So you can see IBM just released GA2 for cloud satellite, where you have multi-purpose and you can do everything there. So it is a very good business as well there. Okay, so you can see that team like Google Meet, Zoom, and Teams, right, platform, they also have cloud. So they integrate cloud teams, they integrate cloud in their business. So you have to understand how cloud has become one of the big business and how it is very important. So it's actually in one single, you can see everything. So cloud is very important in our digital transformation, one element, important element. Okay. The third one is practice for business practices for agility, agile. Okay, so agile means you can be flexible at any time. You can use business transformation. Be flexible for any time. Okay, example, Spotify. When you use Spotify, right, you can adopt agile development practice, okay, to make sure that you understand sometimes they use our data, right, our data to give you some recommendation. So there is another one, another example for agility. Oh, another good example of agility means you can change the business strategy according to the trend. Okay, trend that happening now. Another one, this is I think very interesting. I have a video about this. Burberry. Okay, it is actually a very luxury branding, luxury fashion brand. Okay, so they use customer's experience. But here, you don't have to wear the dress, or if the handbag is there, you don't have to carry the handbag. They will just show you in their showroom. They will have a mirror where it will show you at every point. They will show you how it will look like when you are wearing this clothes, when you are having this handbag, when you carry this handbag with you. Okay, I hope the video will work. Let us see. Just very short video. Can you hear the music, Natun?
Still not yet.
Now?
Yeah, no.
It's okay. I think we can watch.
Udah.
Enak tidur jam segini nih.
Okay, so you understand how actually digital transformation work in one of the luxury fashion brand. So very amazing, right? We might not be able to go in and watch all this, but it is really happening out there, especially in the Western country where the technology is very advanced. Okay, so now let us go to the next one. Okay, this is the fourth one where digital transformation actually help on the sustainable change. Okay, if you understand
Hello,
that
Miss
digital.
Lourdes. Can you hear
Yes.
me? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Actually,
The slide.
the video is still no sound. Maybe
Oh.
you can
I already stopped it
share the
again.
inside. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you all watched the video, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Only the video.
The video.
But no sound. Yeah.
No sound. Okay. Actually, this was just only music. No audio for that the video. Okay. So actually what I'm trying to show from the video is how actually digital transformation actually were involved in all the branded big successful brand. So that is very important for us to know. We might not be able to go to that shop, but from here we realize that how digital transformation actually work in every business, big business. So it's actually really changed. So we don't have to try our dress. We just can see, and it really will influence us. Okay, because not everyone would like to try their dress and their bags, everything, right? So it will be very nice for us to know. So that is how digital transformation actually involve. Okay, let me continue.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay, thank you. Okay, the fourth one is how digital transformation actually so flexible, okay, and become core for sustainable changes. If you realize that, you can say that we are using digital transformation only for business purpose, only to make money. No, we are wrong. We are also using for sustainable changes. For example, I'm sure that you have heard about the car BYD and Tesla. Maybe Tesla is very famous, right? Okay, all of us know Tesla is one of the top electric vehicles, EV car, okay, electric vehicles, okay, where you don't, if you only use electric battery, okay. So, but this is BYD, build your dream. You can type, okay, build your dream. I think it's going to open their showroom in Indonesia soon. Okay, in Malaysia, we already have BYD car on the road. If you see Tesla, let's say it is 700,000 RM, okay, one car. In BYD is very much cheaper, maybe 200,000 only. So it is one of the example of good disruptive innovation, BYD, okay, where it cater on the market that overlooked or ignored by Tesla. Tesla only look into the rich people, okay, for who are very important for them on the EV car. But BYD actually look into more people who afford, okay, giving you an affordable product, okay. So that's very important. So they use digitalization. It's an autonomous car, right? So it use digitalization, it use IoT for you to know where you want to go, okay. Everything in their car is about IoT, about the digitalization. So it's very important for us, the role of digitalization, digital transformation in the business, okay. Okay, and the last one is on the people change management. So what is the meaning of people change management? People change management means how digital transformation actually influence the working environment in one industry. For example, how it's going to help you and me, or how going to help me. For example, today I'm from Malaysia. I don't have to travel and come to BINUS University to conduct this. So it is really helping us, right, in a way. Okay, so we can do online classes when we have crisis, or at night we can do any meeting. So it's really help. But that is in education industry. How about in manufacturing industry or in the industry? Okay, other industry. So it helps the people, it helps the employee with the repeated job. Okay, repeated job. It is not with where you need very high intellectual capital to do intellectual thoughts, okay, to make decision making. But if it's repetitive, yes, we can use digital transformation. One of the good example is GE company, like it's called General Electric, where they have used, okay, they have a lot GE Aviation, they do the motto for GE Aviation, GE Healthcare, GE Power, Renewable Energy, and it actually used digital transformation, okay, to help employee more efficient. For example, I'm asking you, if let's say you have a toothache, you will go to dental, right? But will you go to a robot dental? No, okay, it will only help for the job that you have to repeat, not to the job that we really need people, human touch, no. Okay, so you have to understand that digital transformation, when it involves with human, not digital transformation or robot can replace all our job. Okay, so you have to understand that. Okay, now already finished the 5 element. Okay, now we go to the failure products. I'm not going to explain more on the failure, but here you can go back and find out why actually Nokia failed. Okay, why Nokia failed? Okay, it is the first one among the first phone. Okay, so why it failed? Because it doesn't want to accept the digital. Why Kodak failed? Okay, there are so many other products are failing just because they do not want to accept. You know, BlueBerry phone, there's one phone where it first comes to texting. Okay, when you text, it will come text, you know, this first texting phone, because they think that people like to text rather than call. Okay, but they do not want to change to the fast speed changes of technology. So that's why they also fail. Okay, so you have to understand that when that's why the first sentence that I put, digital transformation is not an option anymore for entrepreneurs. It is a must if you want to scale and be successful in this competitive world. Okay, so I would like to end with a word that pivot to greater value, okay, using digital transformation, and companies, entrepreneurs have to take opportunity to achieve greater, okay, business resilience, agility, and customer experience, and also return on the investment. So digital transformation is an investment that you will never regret, With that, I would like to end my sharing session. Thank you very much. Hand over to you, Nathan.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Muges, for the great presentation. Actually, very clear about the digital transformation. Actually, it's different, right? Between digitization and then digitalization, digital evolution, and also digital transformation. After Ms. Loge's presentation, actually, we will continue to the Q&A session. I will choose the question from the Slido link first. Please, BINUS team, share on the screen. I will choose from the most vote from all the participants, actually. Okay. Okay, I think this is the good question from Afifa for Miss Loges. Actually, what do we prepare before and after the existence of the digital transformation? It's for the interesting model in this era.
Again, what is the question?
What do we prepare before and after the existence of the digital transformation?
Okay,
In
that's
this
a very
digital era.
in digital era, what do we prepare before and after, right? That is very good questions. I will say that, okay, before, definitely when we look into the before, right, we have to first, it is about cost. Capital. You have to make sure that you have enough capital to invest in these digital elements into your platform. That's very important. Second is your market research. That's very important, your market research. Okay, because we have to know what is the trend. You don't have to give more than what your customer want, but you don't give less than what your customer need. Okay, so that's very important. Market research, capital, market research. And when you look into the what is very important after is sustainability. Okay.
What will we discuss terus kita akan bahas bisnis kuliner.
After is you have to know about
Virgin Bakery.
The sustainability. You have to make sure that you know how to sustain, and also you have to be very fast to know what is next. You have to go what is next, because your competitor might be doing faster, might be moving faster. So that is very important. Okay, sustainability on the after. I hope that I answer the question.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Loges. Actually, yeah, it's a very detailed answer. Maybe we will to the next question about the from the most vote. You can see the screen also from Dia Eka. How to have a better insight of what customer wants, but still makes your business original and different from other.
Oh, okay, good. All of you giving very good, challenging questions to me. Okay, good. Okay, what is the better insight of what customer want? Just now I explained about market validation, right? So that's very important, market validation. I just want to share with you now, okay, how the market validation is very important. Last time, I innovated a watch, okay, a wristband, which can identify the emotions of a special child. So when I innovate, then I asked the parents, before I launched the product, I asked the parents, hey, mommy, will you buy the watch? If, parents with special child, will you buy the watch? Then, the mommy said, hey, Logis, I am working. You cannot expect me to be with my daughter all the time to see her emotions. buy the watch. Then what I do is I add my mobile app. Okay, so the mummy can see from the office. So it shows that my idea is still original, but I add with the customer need and customer trend, customer want. Okay, I add. So the market validation is very important for us to make sure that our product is still there, but we add or we change. That's why pivot, P-I-V-O-T, we pivot our idea accordingly, but we don't have to change. So market validation or called market research is very important. Okay, Natun.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Loges, for the answer. Actually, it's based we must know about the customer need, right? So we can compete with the other business. And for the next question, I will invite from the participant who raise your hand first, maybe from Yuben, ya. Okay. Please go ahead for Yuben for sharing your question.
Hello, is my sound here?
Yeah, hi.
Yes, clear.
Okay. Sorry, first of all, I don't turn on my camera. My name is Yuben Putra Bauti. You can call me Ben in short. First of all, thank you, Ms. Loges, for bringing such a valuable insight on the importance of digital transformation in the world of business right now. So allow me to ask a question. What is the recent developments or trends in digital technology do you believe will have the most significant impact on the industries in the next 5 years? And how can business prepare for them? Because we have like artificial intelligence are trending right now, and a lot of electric cars, as you say. What do you think in 5 years will have the most significant impact on the industry? Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a very good question as well. Okay, what will be a very important element in the digital transformation? Yes, of course, the answer you have mentioned it, AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, actually, this is another interesting topic to look into, how artificial intelligence actually change everything. Okay, everything. Even I'm sure that you are using ChatGPT, right? Most of us know what is ChatGPT. That's another one area of AI. AI is it is actually technology, right? Technology system, but you have to understand, before this nanotechnology, now we have AI. In the next 5 years, we have to understand maybe blockchain will be in the line. Okay, so now I will say currently, even in the 5 years, AI is very important as one of the element in the digital transformation. And the next one, blockchain will come. Blockchain means you can see what is happening in every part is a block, right? Blockchain, it's a chain where you have block. You will know everything, what is happening. It's more transparent. Okay, but what is the disadvantage is, when it's more transparent, it becomes like it is very easy to hack also. Okay, it's very easy to hack also when it is more transparent. Okay, thank you. I hope, Ben, I answer your question.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay.
You answered perfectly.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yuben. Maybe I will invite for the next question from Ka. Are you there, Ka? Hello, Ka. The time is yours.
Can you hear me, please? My son.
Yes, clear.
Thank you for my question is, thank you for opportunity. My question is, how to make mistakes so that they can continue to innovate, because BlackBerry continues to make perfection, so they disappear from the market because they never make mistake, and how to be adaptive from IoT, AI, and other things. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so how to make mistake? Okay, when you don't mistake also, you will display. This is a very good example. Who was there just now? Who was it? I do not know who asked the question, but very good question, a very good example he gave. Actually, right? When you go and listen to entrepreneur talk, successful entrepreneur, they will always say, do mistake fast and you learn fast. That is very important. Okay. It doesn't mean that we want to, when we are doing a business, we always want to do, we don't want to do mistake, right? Because we don't want to do mistake. But when you are not doing mistake, that is a risk also. You cannot be perfect, right? But we want to do a mistake that we can also still survive in the industry. We want to still survive in the industry. So the best part is, I will say that just now I said market validation. Now we can go to market testing. You can also still test market. Okay, you can still test market, and you can also pitch with many people, many section, and people will give you comment. Normally, people who do not fail is sometimes they only listen to themselves. They do not talk to many people. When you talk to many people, many group of people, so you will get different elements. So from there, you will know what is your mistake. Okay, so pitching to many people, many angle, that is very important as well.
Okay, is it clear for Ka?
Okay.
And how to be adaptive from AI or ChatGPT or anything?
How to be?
Sorry,
How
you
to be
can repeat, yeah.
adaptive.
Adaptive. Yeah, okay. Actually, AI and ChatGPT, ChatGPT and AI is actually a very powerful tool. Okay, where we cannot adapt the AI or ChatGPT in everything. Okay, for example, for an entrepreneur, you can use ChatGPT to get all the informations. Okay, but it can be a guidance or quick guidance for you to make decision. Okay, I'll always make decision. Again, same with AI. AI can help you. It depends on the product and the type of product. Okay, so if you are having a very like e-commerce platform, so you will use AI in a different way. So if you are having a manufacturing, you will use AI in a different way to adapt and to help you in your business. So it depends on the type of industry, type of product, and where you want to do it. Okay, Ka?
Okay, Ka?
How,
I think
how
it's
about
a very
the
detailed answer.
Yes.
from
Okay, we will go to the next question. Actually, from anonym, yeah, and Karumi, Miss Loges. I will share about why do we need to transform digitally? And for the next question is, could you explain how to expand the startup business with secure, especially to avoid the idea being stolen by the potential investor or competitor? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Both questions, interesting questions. Why we need to transform digitally? This is because the world is changing. As I told you, it is not an option anymore. It is a must because the world is changing. We can't say that we do not want to change. Okay, if you do not want to change, you will disappear from the business. I think this is a very pretty clear question's answer because the world is changing. We have to follow the world. Okay, we cannot say that we do not want to follow. So everything is changing. Even if you see the beggar is using QR code. The beggar is using QR code. That is digital. Okay, so everything is digital. And I was talking to one of my friends, okay, last week. And no, 2 days ago, from ITS, they came to Malaysia and was talking to them. And they said in Indonesia, mostly all the government staff have to, I'm not sure how true is that, have to use EV car. Okay, so you are promoting EV car, right? So we are changing. So you see how fast we are changing. So we have to follow. You can't say that, oh, I don't want to use online. You know, one example I give, those days, I don't like Skype. I don't like this online showing my face, showing my video, my face. But today I have to change. As an educator, this is my industry. I have to change. Today I on my camera while my other students all off the camera, okay? Off the video, right? So
Yeah.
that is the thing is changing. Okay, we cannot do anything. Okay, go to the next question. I like that question also. How to expand the startup business with
Yeah.
secure, especially to avoid the idea being stolen by potential investor or competitor. This will definitely happen. You can't be hiding your idea, because today's in our VUCA world, in our very transparency world, because of technology advancement, the world becomes so transparent. Today, what I'm doing, everyone will know. Okay, so whatever business you are doing, who are your supplier is very fast. People will know who are your supplier, how much material, the cost of material that you are getting. Everything is very transparent. So you cannot hide, you cannot avoid. You only can avoid the main secret recipe of your business. Okay, for example, the algorithm or the recipe. If you're cooking food, the recipe, you can hide that. Okay, even your cook will know. Okay, so how do you actually want to secure that from your competitor? Is you have to move next. What is next? So people, if they want to copy, they will copy the existing, right? But you already go to the next level. So they will try to copy next, but you already go to the next level. So you move fast. When you are in digital world, you have to move fast. Okay, you cannot avoid people. That is the disadvantage. I also see some of you ask question, what is the bad part of technology? The bad part of technology is this: we are so transparent. Everyone will copy us very fast. It's not easy. We have to move fast. Okay. I think anything else?
Yeah, I think it's very detailed answer from Ms. Loges, but unfortunately we have a limit time for today's session. But before Ms. Loges exit this session, actually I invite Ms. Loges to share closing remarks or closing statement for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I would like to say that my line is, again, I will say digital transformation is not an option anymore. Okay, definitely it is a must for everyone, especially for entrepreneurs. You cannot go out of it. And make sure that even as a student, let us try to use the most digital platform, digitalized ourselves. Okay, so make sure that we are in the line of the world. What the world is, we have to follow the trend and what is happening. We cannot say that we want to isolate ourselves. We do not want to change. Okay, change is a must. That's all, Natun.
Okay.
Not an option, it's a must.
Yeah, so thank you, Ms. Loges. So it's very important for us to implement the digital transformation, and we actually we must ready for that in this digital era. Right? Maybe after that we will continue to the next speaker. But before it, for the appreciation for Ms. Loges from our Chief of Committee, Pak Raka.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. guys, for your presentation and extraordinary information. With an honor, I would like to give you appreciation in the form of the certificate. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Bagas Indira. It's an honor for us to have you here in International Webinar Industrial Digital Transformation. Thank you, Dr. Bagas.
Thank you very much to the organizer, Natun, and to the director, deputy director of BINUS University, and also Mr. Kumara. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all the participants. I can't hear you. Okay.
Okay. Okay, we will continue for the next session. Thank you, Miss Loge. See you on the next
Okay.
agenda. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Miss. Okay, everyone. Shall we go to the next session? Actually, we still have the great speaker for today's agenda. For the next speaker is Dr. Bambang. Before Dr. Bambang present the materials, I will introduce Dr. Bambang first. Actually, Dr. Bambang is Associate Faculty Member of Industrial Engineering BINUS at Semarang. He is also chairperson of Indonesia Standardization Education Forum and also vice chairperson National Society of Standardization and also member of Indonesia Association of Engineers. And the last is but not least, member of Indonesia Risk Management Professional Association. Good afternoon, Miss Dr. Bambang. How are you
Good.
today?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bambang. Please go ahead for you to share your presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the introduction of my, let's say, background. Yeah. First of all, I would like to say thank you to the committee of this international webinar for inviting me to speak and actually to discuss about the topics that is chosen by the committee. Right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bambang Purwanggono. I'm like it was shown by the committee that I am the associate faculty member of the Universitas Bina Nusantara at Semarang. Yeah. So I think what Dr. Logais has shown or has talked, yeah, it was very interesting, and I myself get some insights from what she was showing or she was presenting. In my presentation, of course, it is going to be a little bit, maybe a little bit more technical, if I can say that. Yeah. And what I am going to, let's say, discuss with you, all of the participants and the audience, is that I am going to talk more to the manufacturing or industry sector. Yeah. So because this is, of course, relevant to my background, that I am an engineer. So what I'm talking about, I'm going to talk in this session is more to the manufacturing or industry aspects. So so that is what is going to be maybe a little bit different than what Dr. Logais has shown or has presented before, because again, what I'm having in my presentation now is more with the industrial aspects. Yeah. So some of my slides are not to be explained, all of them. Yeah. Maybe I will just take some points of my slides that I, of course, would like to see next, that we are going to have more discussion than just I'm saying too much. Yeah. So here I took some of the, let's say, scope or the definition of the digital transformation, even though it was already said or explained by Dr. Logais. Yeah. So digital transformation drives value through shared industrial information and insight. So there are, of course, some keywords in this, let's say, statement or this scope. Yeah. For example, that we are sharing actually. Yeah. That is one important keyword in digital transformation is that we are sharing. Yeah. So when you or I have easy access to aggregated, curated, and shared information from your site and asset, so physical collaboration sometimes is no longer required. Yeah. Or reliable information instantaneous. Yeah. That is maybe in our daily term, you will understand the term the real time, for example, something like that. Yeah. Please go back to the slide, please. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, Doctor. Dr. Bambang, we have trouble connection. Maybe wait for a minute for sharing your presentation materials.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Next one, please. This is the let's say visualization to what is happening in the industry, yeah, especially about industrial information. So basically what we are doing in the industry, yeah, I am talking about also when I'm talking industry, it is just also about not just the goods, but also the services, yeah, that both of those products are of course included in this, let's say, discussion. So again, I'm not only talking about the discrete products or discrete goods, but also the services. Yeah. So again, basically, what we are doing with the industry or the manufacturing in more specific term, operate and optimize. Yeah. So this is like a cycle. Yeah. That this is what in my discipline is called. Maybe I can suggest to turn off the microphone of those are not speaking. Yeah. Because hello. Yeah. Okay. So this is the cycle that is usually in my discipline is called continuous improvement. So it's going better and better. That is one point that should be taken from this picture. Yeah. Next, please. Yeah. So what is the digital or industrial digital transformation is going to give? Yeah. In this case, is for the first thing is to accelerate innovation and learning. Yeah. So bring agility to the entire process and plan life cycle of design, simulation, training, and operation. Yeah. So agility is very important for the industry because that is making the industry is flexible and very competitive. Yeah. So industry must be having those kind of agility. Yeah. Next, please. Yes, next. Okay. So the second thing that we can expect from the, let's say, implementation of the industrial digital transformation is empower your workforce to increase efficiency. So efficiency is very important in this case. Yeah. I think in the previous session, some of the, let's say, issues are really related to the efficiency. So this is something that we really pursue of, yeah, that is really we expect to get from the, let's say, application or implementation of the industrial digital transformation. Yeah. So one thing talking about efficiency is that we can gain valuable insight that help you streamline operation. Yeah, streamline operation is very important in this case because that is the key of efficiency. Yeah, if you have a smooth operation, then we can expect to have a good or better efficiency. Yes, next please. Yeah, the next thing that we can also expect from the implementation of industrial digital transformation is to gain visibility across the industrial cycle. Yeah, share data within and beyond the organization to promote collaboration and harness new business opportunities, and we align teams and promote collaboration. Yeah, this is again, like I have said in the very beginning, that we are really talking about sharing in this, let's say, the advancement of implementation of the digital transformation. Yeah, next please. Yeah, what is digital transformation in manufacturing? Yeah, like I am mentioning before that I'm talking more about manufacturing in this case. Yeah, because even though we know that what progressing recently, that we see also the advancements of services industry using so many digital, let's say, digital things in their business or in their production, both for the discrete products and also for the services. Yeah. So the digital transformation refers to integrating digital systems and technologies into otherwise conventional processes. Yeah, in manufacturing, there are limitless application for digital transformation to enhance production practices. Yeah, I am taking this from a survey made by Trend Mo of the L2L in 2022. Some of the leading in the industry are to include, for example, machine learning or artificial intelligence, like it has been discussed in some way in the previous session. And then manufacturing analytics, and then condition monitoring sensors, and then predictive maintenance, and then digital twins, robotics, augmented and virtual reality, autonomous system. Yeah, again, those are the areas which digital technology will take important role in this case. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then digital transformation is not only relating to the technology initiative or the advancements in technology, but it is also must taken into the account of the business initiative. Yeah, because of course by the end of manufacturing processes or production processes, we of course will talk about the business process. Yeah, so again, to the benefits of this digital transformation is finally, or at the end, is to become a business, let's say, competitiveness. Yeah. Then you will see here that the goal is to drive overall performance improvement, efficiency, and quality. Quality is very important. Yeah. Maybe there are going to be questions about what are the importance of digital technology or digital transformation. For one thing I can say now is about quality. So quality is a keyword to the competitive, let's say, competitiveness of a company. Yeah, in this era, on this, let's say, on this very competitive area or era of industry, then quality cannot be taken only by the conventional processes. We must adopt the technology to get to the quality products. Yeah. So of course, by having or driving improvement to these areas will lead to a significant gain to the bottom line. Yeah. While technology can be a tool to achieve these objectives, digitalization goes beyond just hardware. It transforms business practices to achieve and sustain the objective. And moreover, it helps to pave the way to a continuous cycle of operational improvement. Yeah, again, when we implement or we use or we apply, let's say, digital things in our production specifically, then we will, of course, expect to have many improvements in the production area. Yeah, because I, as a production, let's say, engineer, would like to show that most of the, let's say, products and how can we sell them, it's really depending on how we produce that in, of course, in a very efficient and very effective way. Yeah. So that is again to keep business ahead and to be competitive. So it is like what has been said before, that it is not an option. This is a must, you know, for us to adopt this kind of technology. Next, please. Yeah, I took this survey results from the consulting company of L2 in 2022. Yeah, there are some of the results shown here. Yeah, that what is a little bit surprising, that if we can see from the result that there are not too many. I mean, it is not a big portion of manufacturers or producers or industry that have a, let's say, a digital transformation strategy. In this case, after they, let's say, surveyed about 150 companies, and they will see that only 24% of the manufacturers really have a strategy of implementing digital transformation. But as we have just, let's say, getting over of the COVID-19, you can see from this survey also that some of the companies are really having acceleration of their digital transformation because of the COVID-19. We will see that a little bit later on the let's say the graphic of the survey. Yeah, and then 20% of manufacturers plan to invest more in digital transformation. This is a good sign of those manufacturers that they are, of course, planning to have a budget or investment in this, let's say, transformation of digital technology. Yeah, and one important thing that we can also get from the survey, that one of the, let's say, the most important benefit that can be expected from the, let's say, implementing the digital transformation is reducing costs. Yeah, and that is very important, especially when we are talking about competitiveness of the industry recently or nowadays. Yeah, also improve data visibility. And of course, one problem faced by the industry is usually they are not very much having funding when we are talking about transforming digital. Yeah, This I think we gotta see the let's say the graphic of this survey to have a better look. Yes, yes, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. This is the survey that was made by L2L consulting companies. Yeah, that has let's say surveyed in here you can see 125 manufacturing leaders or companies. Yeah. Next, please. Yeah. For example, this is what is coming from the survey. Yeah. Like I have shown you before that how about the strategy that the manufacturing companies or let's say manufacturing industry are having. So when they are asking 125 manufacturing companies, they come with this result. Yeah. When we ask, does your company have a manufacturing digital transformation? So you will see that many of the companies are giving answer as I don't know. Yeah. So that is very let's say not a very good outlook for us. Yeah. For example, the second thing, for example, how has COVID-19 affected your digital transformation? So you will see that some of the companies are really accelerating because of the COVID-19, and it's a good point for those companies because then let's say the COVID-19 is giving something that they really forced to let's say speed up their digital transformation strategy. Yeah. And this also on the right, you can see how when they ask how far is your company in its digital transformation. So you will see the let's say the result. Yeah, I'm not going to let's say explain one by one, but I think you can see that almost half of them even hasn't started the digital transformation. Next, please. Yeah. So when we are also when the company is asking some of more questions about the digital transformation. So, for example, is your company investing in digital transformation in 2022? You can see the result. Yeah, asking by the consulting company that 61% there is no increase in the budget of digital transformation that is planned or done by the companies. Yeah, but some 30% of them are having an increase in the investment. I think that's not good. That's quite good. Yeah, I think because some of the companies are really talking about having more investment in the coming years. And when this question is asked to those companies, as do you believe your competitors are also investing in digital transformation? So this is, of course, must be taken as a let's say how they look at the competition. Yeah. So when they look at the other companies, let's say investing more and more in the digital transformation, then they will, of course, think about their company itself, that it is also have to improve, let's say, the role of digital transformation in their companies. Yeah. So those companies, when they are asked how is your position, yeah, in the digital transformation, so you can see that they look at the other company as ahead of them. Yeah. So you see 25% of this company surveyed or asked, they see that uh, many of the, let's say, competing companies are really having more uh, digital transformation as their way of competitiveness. Next, please. Yeah, this is the benefits and challenges. Yeah. So what benefits do you plan to achieve? Yeah. Through manufacturing digital transformation investment. Yeah. So I think I have said before that one of the most visible or most, let's say, result coming from the, let's say, investment in the manufacturing digital transformation is reducing costs. And again, this is like also I have said, this is quite important because again, to be competitive in the market nowadays, I think to reduce costs continuously is a very good thing to do for I think all of the companies. It is not reducing the quality, but it is reducing the cost. Yeah. So again, if we can have a reduced cost of production, for example, or the cost of the goods sold, then we can be, let's say, a leader in the competitiveness market. Yeah, competitive market. Okay. So I will maybe talk a little bit more about what we are seeing here as the benefit and the challenges that the companies are facing when we are talking about digital transformation. Next, please. Yeah. So these are the, let's say, barriers to the digital transformation of the companies that have been asked or surveyed by this consulting company. Yeah, you see that one, let's say, one thing that is maybe not too good to be seen here is that many companies really do not have a clear path of their strategy of transforming digitally. Yeah, as you see, that is at the top of the survey, that 38% seems or feels that there is no clear path of their, let's say, strategy in the implementation of the digital transformation. Yeah, so lack of funds, like the technology, the old technology, the legacy system, the cyber security is like also the lack of executive support, department silos, failure in previous attempts. Those are barriers that faced by companies of really implementing or taking the benefits of the digital transformation. Yes, please. Next.
Yeah, hello, Dr. Bambang. I just remind you, the time is still 2 minutes left.
Yeah, I will go fast. I think I just will not, let's say, explain to details on the remaining slides, but it is, of course, better to have discussion, and I mean that we can, of course, have some more, let's say, comments or let's say opinions from the audience or from the participants. Yeah, we can go next, please. Just make it fast. Yeah. For example, this is how the companies look for the guidance for digital transformation. Yeah. So this is also a market for the consultant. Yeah. Of course, it is a good opportunity for the consulting companies to help industry to implement digital. Okay, next. Yes, this is the outlook of the let's say hope that is coming from company let's say implementing digital technology. So on the top of the survey, you see that of course return on investment is becoming the first thing they will look for and they will hope for. Yeah. Of course, the other is also important, like reduce labor costs, reduce throughput. That means we have, let's say, shorter production time. And on the right, you can see that what's time horizon to achieve success. So you can see, let's say, what they think they will get the most from this digital transformation. Yeah, I think it is not something that can be done or can be obtained in a very short time. Yeah, we will of course need more and more time to come to a success. Yes, please next. There is I think I will go very fast because there are still some slides. Yeah, but again, I'm highlighting some of the let's say keywords in this slide. Yeah, again, efficiency and quality improvement is the thing that we really expect the most from the application of the digital technology or transformation. Because efficiency means we can be more competitive, and of course, because of the quality improvement is of course is what the customers are continuously requiring from time to time. Yeah, as we advance in the technology, then quality is something that is becoming a very important, let's say, the dimension of the product. Yeah. So data visibility is one thing that we can get from the implementation. Yeah. Next, please. Improve process and equipment reliability. Yeah. It is a very surprising if we can know that let's say the downtime happening in industry or the manufacturing company is very big problem. Yeah, and this of course need special attention, and we can expect digital technology may have the answer in this let's say reducing the downtime by having a predictive maintenance. Yeah, this is the greater flexibility. Yeah, so we are of course when we are talking automation in the industry, then at the same time we are talking about flexibility. The challenge is now how to make small quantity of product but still in a very competitive price, and that is the challenge of the automation, or automation is the answer to that challenge. Yeah, improve efficiency. I think we have talked about this before. So again, efficiency is, I think, is the most important thing that we really want to, let's say, take from the implementation of this technology. Yeah. Okay. I think It's almost the end of my presentation. Thank you, and hopefully we can have a discussion. And of course, I myself would like to, of course, get some information also from you if you really have something to share also. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bambang, for your presentation today. For the next agenda, we will continue with the next speaker, great speaker. Actually, after that, we will continue with the Q&A session. For the next speaker, Mr. Buna, are you there? Okay. How's your day, Mr. Buna? Can you hear me, Mr. Buna?
Yes, Miss Nafi. Hi, I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, fine. So thank you. Before you start your presentation, let me introduce Mr. Buna first. Actually, Mr. Buna is currently resources manager for well construction measurement and drilling for Sambersi, Indonesia, and is currently based in Jakarta. And he is also has more than 10 years of experience as a field engineer for both measurement well drilling and directional drilling dual roles in Balikpapan, Indonesia, and also from multiple technical trainings held at SLB Learning Center in Abu Dhabi, Human, Hudson, and Paris. And for the next, he is also last year, he progressed his career to become resource manager. Is more aligned to his industrial engineering background. Also, it's related with this agenda, right? And currently, he is passionate about the sustainability and also has become Yellow Belt Climate Facilitator, a climate education tool intended for upskilling members of the SLB planning and supply chain function. So great speaker today for Mr. Buna. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Nafi, for the time. So I think I can share my screen. Let me test.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
With all due respect, the Honorable Mr. Bambang Puranggono. So just a little background. I'm very happy to come here today because I meet my mentor when I was back in university around 12 years ago. Pak Bambang was my lecturer at the Teknik Industri Universitas Ponorogo, Semarang. And he was one of the inspiring lecturers that noticed my interest in international office and international seminars events. And I learned a lot from his task assignments that was given to me during that time. And also I'm happy to meet a very good friend, Mr. Raka, who's also a lecturer at the BINUS Semarang. You're very lucky to have him. Not only we came from the same university, but I also had the chance to visit him in Ghent, Belgium in 2018 when I was having a training in Paris. I visited his city by bus, and we discussed a lot of things about our future careers. And also, thank you, Ms. Nafi, the moderator. It's nice to meet you, and also the Honorable Mr. Dwi, the Deputy Director of BINUS Semarang. It's nice to have you all here, and as well of all the committee. Thank you for inviting, and thanks for the great job. in setting up this webinar. Okay, so for my session, I would like to be more engaging. So don't feel free to chat whenever I ask you to do so. When I have questions to the audience, I see there's 100,000 people here, I think. Or how many participants we have? I think it's a lot, almost 1,000, yeah. Anyone could also respond to the message. Now, the first question I want to ask to anyone who is willing to type. First of all, is your background? Can you tell me, are you a student? Are you a worker, high school, university? And what is your institution? You could say student, BINUS Semarang, or anything. I just want to know. Okay, from where, Mr. Agus? Okay, BINUS Bandung. Okay, we have BINUS Bandung, BINUS Semarang. Where else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Satya Wacana. I'm curious, BINUS Semarang, where is it located? Which road or which area? Tamrin, is it? Or for the MCs, maybe, the students? Yeah. Where is the office or where is the campus of BINUS Semarang physically? Hello, or maybe Ms. Nafi, you can help answer.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Actually, BINUS is located on many city.
Yeah.
Jakarta, yeah, Semarang, Bandung. But for the host of this is event actually from BINUS Semarang.
Yeah.
In Pantai Marina.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Pantai Marina.
Yeah, I'm originally from Semarang, so I know that place very well. So you guys could swim after class, very near from the beach. Okay, so yeah, we see BINUS Kemanggisan, Jakarta. There's Tarumanegara, Jakarta. Okay, second question before I start the material. Can you write why did you join the session? You could have joined other lectures, 30 minutes about, you could have played games, you could have slept during the day. Why did you choose to join? I want to know. Because when I know what you want, then I will try to optimize the 20 minutes plus that I have to meet your objective or what you want from this session. Okay, this is from Udinus Semarang, Mbak Cindy. Okay, from Justin, I want to know the industrial world. Okay. Oh, there's BINUS Alam Sutra, Rachel. I just knew that. There's from other universities too, Untar Jakarta, University Bogor. Okay, want to know the industrial world. Anyone else? Thanks, Justin. Can you share why you wanted to join this webinar? Oh,
Hello,
Sumatera Utara.
Maybe you can
Okay,
share your reason, guys, in the chat
yeah,
box.
just type one more answer before we start. Riau, okay, Muhammad Arik. Just curious. Okay, so I think from the 900 plus, almost 1,000 people, you are curious about the topic of industrial digital transformation. So I will try to bring in a more general perspective, nothing too technical. And hopefully, you by the end of this session, if you're an industrial engineering student, you will know what kind of skill sets that you will need to develop in order to adapt with the digital transformation that's happening in multiple sectors. Okay, I will start now. I have two topics. I will try my best to respect the time. At least for the first half, oh no, maybe yeah, the first half, I will talk about a topic that is discussed in Harvard Business Review Journal about how data drives digital business. Now, and the second part, I will talk about SLB strategy in digital transformation. Now, for the first part, how data drives digital business, I want us to act as if you have a company or you work in a large company and try to think of how can this data help you as a business owner or as a business manager, right? And because that is the perspective that this journal present us that I would like to, no, this article that I would like to share with you. Okay, so data in SLB principle is a pillar of the corporate strategy. So it's not only something nice to have, but as Logais mentioned, it's a mandatory, it's a must to go to digitalize, to have a digital transformation. And for SLB itself, it's part of the corporate digital strategy. Data can be an asset for your business. And second, data can be used to create new business in new areas. Okay, we've known a lot of cases where that companies that have the most data, they're the one that could create the best products for their customers and have the largest market share. And second, if you're a business owner and you want to expand, let's say you used to sell shoes and now you want to go to the clothing line, then when you have enough data to make a decision, then you will have more calculated risk of whether or not you will pursue that business. And also because this is the journal that I will, the article that I will share is from Harvard Business Review. A lot of business school ideas are being presented, and many industrial engineering courses is interconnected with the business schools. For example, when I was in undergraduate, there was wirausahaan, entrepreneurship, there was marketing management, and this is all related to the business school world. Okay, so from this journal written by Hagyu and Wright in 2020, just during COVID, that we want to ask ourselves when data creates competitive advantage and when it doesn't. So data is mostly good in order to us to improve, in order to be as competitive, but it's also important to know when it is not. So when we can know when we should stop looking for certain data, or we can focus on redesigning the data collection method. Okay, now these are 7 questions. I don't think from timing wise that I will allow me to explain all 7. Maybe we'll go to 3 or 4 at max before I go to the SLB topic. But in general, these are the 7 questions that we have to answer to know whether our customer generated data will give us a business advantage. 1, how much value is added by customer data relative to the standalone value of the offering. What it means is that whether or not the data is important, and it's compared to the value of the product itself. So we will learn, we'll probably discuss about ways where data and product are intertwined and how are their relations. Second, whether it's a marginal value drops quickly, and so on. I will go through one by one directly. Well, for the first one, how much value is added by customer relative data? Okay. So just a bit background on the business world and digitalization on data. So businesses that have data is not something new. That large corporations that operate based on data as one of their revenue models has existed. For example, Reuters, that's one of the newspaper and media company from the US, and also Bloomberg as well. Now, Reuters and Bloomberg have years of data, of news, of statistics. For example, Bloomberg presents stock exchange data periodically, and this creates barriers to entry. Barriers to entry is that when your business is difficult for other new players to come in, that's the barriers of entry. And these 2 large media companies have them. In Indonesia, maybe it's like MNC, multinational, and then also SCTV and so on. They are also very large media companies. And then in the past, gathering customer data is slow process. It's an old strategy. It's only limited to a certain amount of people, and it's very difficult to scale up. I remember back in the days when I was doing my research as undergraduate, we have to manually gather people who are our sample. We have to interview them one on one, print out the papers, but that's like 10, 15 years ago. And that's the old process. Now, how does it change? How does the data collection transform? Now, the process has changed using cloud. Logais mentioned this before, and also new technologies. So data collection could be obtained very, very fast and also scaled up to a very large amount of number. We have megabytes or terabytes of data coming in every second as we speak. So these developments make data-enabled learning much more powerful than customer insights of the past. So the data we get now from when users, for example, fill in online surveys, or just when you click a link of a product, then these clicks is translated into data on the back end. We just don't know that and also the cookies that are in your website. All this is transferred into reliable data that is very valuable for companies. And that's why you have to be careful. There's this Netflix show, I forgot, that if you have a free online service, then that means you are the product. So if it's free for you to sign up Facebook, to sign up Instagram or TikTok, then you are the product. The email you enter, the name you enter, how many times you click for a certain artist, all this data belongs to the service provider. And this is very powerful in nowadays business. Now, however, that data does not guarantee defensible barriers. Well, it means this, even if you have a lot of data, it does not mean that you are safe. It doesn't mean that your data is safe. It doesn't mean that other people can retrieve your data and have your competitive advantage and so on. Okay, now just a bit of entertainment before we go to the first question. So please chat in the Zoom if you have watched this K-drama. You can say yes or why. Have you watched Startup before? Anyone? Yes, Muhammad Adi, okay. Who else? Anyone else? Jessica, yes. Okay, there's a lot, good. Now my next question is, which supporter are you? Are you Namdo-san team, the tech guy who's genius, or Han Ji-pyong, the business guy, for those who said yes? If you still remember the story. Yes, yes. Namdo-san, okay. Katarina, Dosan, okay. Han Ji-pyong, okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, so for those who don't know, don't watch K-dramas, that's okay. Okay, the reason I'm asking is that this K-drama actually is a very good series to understand how artificial intelligence affects entrepreneurship or startups. Yeah, and there's really it explained a very well-mannered and a simple way for us non-IT people or non-digital skilled people to understand. Okay, next, the reason why, okay, so for those who watched, thanks for all the teams. I'm a Ji-pyong team actually. Do you remember what was the business that Sodalmi developed in the end? What was their business that was so successful in the end that made their startup boom? Anyone remember? Application, okay. What else? Anyone remember? AI application, okay. What did they develop with that AI application? First, it was a tools or an app to help people, blind people to read, right? And what was the last one? The big company that concludes the series. So it's actually, AI application is correct. But the last finale, they were actually developing a automatic driving technology for cars. And why I put this example is that a lot of the 7 questions that we will go through, but I think from the timing, we only 1 and 2, that these, yes, fake writing, right? That was from the first, that this self-driving car or self-autonomous cars, it will be one of the example that we will use to answer the 7 questions, whether data will help or not. Okay, so first question, whether the data is valuable or not. So the data is valuable is that whenever the higher the value added, the greater the chance it will create a lasting edge. So for example of this question is the high value case, the Mobileye. So Mobileye is a real life self-autonomous car AI company in the US, and it focuses on ADES, or advanced driver assistance system. Now, the data for this kind of company is valuable because they want to increase their accuracy of their technology. For example, self-autonomous cars all have sensors to detect anti-collision. So before it hits a cat or a tree, then the sensor needs to read and warn that there is a danger in front of them. And these are all safety aspects. So the more data that they have in the sensors, in the AI readings, then it will increase their product value. But sometimes more data is not always good for the company. Now, this is the case of smart TV. So in the case of smart TV, there are initiatives from smart TV companies like Samsung and Sony that they want to understand the customer preference in shows. So they open up the smart TV apps and see what kind of shows they play. However, this data does not directly contribute to the competitive advantage of smart TVs, because based on research, it doesn't matter what people watch to decide what TV they want. So there are other metrics or factors of why people buy TVs. For example, the size of the TV, the resolution of the TV, the weight, whether the how many inch is it the flat screen or the curved screen, and so on. So it will just be a waste of time for this company to invest in knowing the program preferences of these of the viewers. Okay, so that's one example. That sometimes data is not always beneficial. That sometimes it could not bring a value added to the company. Okay, next is second question is how does company know or when they reach a point where additional customer data no longer value? So the first question is, does this data help me? Now the second question is, do I need more data? That's what you want to answer. Now the answer based on this paper is, the more slowly a marginal value decrease, the stronger the barrier is. So marginal value is the small increase of value after the original value is obtained. With a picture later, with a graph, it will be more simple to understand. So, and how do we answer is, we judge the value by learning customers willing to pay. So to pay. So we don't need to look at other metrics such as how many times they watch a movie, or how the percentage of chatbot accuracy. Basically, they want to know how, for example, of how much a customer is willing to pay for the amount of purchase and so on. Now, but for this case of automatic cars, this is what the question number 2 is trying to tell us. So this graph shows a function between accuracy of the autonomous driving sensor and the customer usage. The idea is, the more customer use this AI self-driving cars, the more data we have, and the more accuracy we can build the AI system. Now, imagine you owning an AI company. Imagine you're one of Delmi's associates in the K-drama, and you've already reached this 90%. You've already reached the 90% that enough customers has tried your AI system, and you want to ask your team, your R&D team, should we do more tests? Should we do more tests to passengers, to car owners, to workshops, to increase from 90 to 99%? Because if you look at this graph, the amount of customer usage to get to 99 is quite big. So here, and we want to ask ourselves, do we want to do more tests to add only to 9%? So this half, you can go from 0 to 90 very fast. But once you go 90 plus, the same amount of customer usage will not give you the same amount of accuracy. So then you ask, should we increase more? Now, in this question number 2, in the case of self-driving cars, that yes, we do need to increase 90 to 99, even if we have to invest in more samples, in more tests. Why? Because 9% accuracy matters of life and death, which is a very critical part of a competitive advantage of self-driving cars. So let's say you have 1 million people. So if you have a 10% accuracy, it means you're preventing 100,000 people to die. And that's how important your data is when you are in this kind of line of business. And that is why that, this is the marginal value from 90 to 1999, okay? And that is why if we try to interpret that the marginal value of autonomous car from 1999 is not valuable, is decreasing, that would be incorrect. The marginal value is actually not rapidly decreasing, but it's increasing but small, right? And it keep increasing incrementally, and then that's still valuable. Okay. The next example, that was a good case, that when a company knows when to add more data or not. Now, this is the second case where when the company decided to add more data, but it's not really useful. It does not give them added value. Oh, sorry. So the second case is for thermostat. You know, the remote that is used to adjust the temperature within a room. Okay, I think I have 10 more minutes. I'll spend another 5 in this topic and 5 in the last. So this, from what they know, is that it's very easy to know what temperature people like. Like if you ask your mom, what temperature do you like? Oh, I like 21. It's not too cold. Oh, I like 18. You don't need that much research or data collection just to know what is the ideal temperature that people want. So this is the case where giving more data from nine to, that it's not useful for us to get to 99%, because with 90% accuracy, you already have the information you know, or the temperature that people like. Okay, and a real case example is by Nest. They were acquired by Google in 2014, but because of this data collection with low value, they're facing a large competition with Honeywell and Ecobee. Okay, question number 3. I think I have time for 2 more questions. How fast does the relevance of user data depreciate? So in your akuntansi biaya or ekonomi teknik, economic engineering classes, if you're industrial engineering, you will learn that asset can depreciate over time. So the car you buy now, say it's 200 million, the cost will not be 200 million next year, right? It will be 175, 150. Now, this paper explains that depreciation not only applies to physical assets, but it also applies to data, okay? So if a data become obsolete quickly, then everything else, assuming it's equal, it will be easier for our competitor to enter the market. There was a question in Logan's questions session that what if our idea can be stolen? Now, if our data is stolen, it is also a risk. And the easier your data, your data can be stolen, that will reflect the depreciation of your data value. Because once data depreciates, then it will not be as valuable anymore, and other people can access. So an example of a good slow data depreciation rate is Mobileye and Google search. Now, why it is very slow depreciation rate for Mobileye and Google search? Because the amount of data is numerous, millions or trillions of terabytes, and it's always updated in real time. So the value of this data doesn't really eliminate through time, because not many companies can collect as much data as Mobileye or Google search, right? For example, Microsoft Bing. Yeah, there is a joke that the most searched keyword in Microsoft Bing is actually Google search. Yeah, because that's just how difficult to try to take the Google market share. And because of this, the data that they collect is a slow depreciation rate. Now, what example of high depreciation rate? The example is the gaming company Zynga, right? They created Farmville in 2009, but the depreciation rate is very high. That the data they collected in 2010 is no longer used in 2015 because new games kept coming that people maybe don't like farming games anymore or Plant versus Zombie games anymore. Now people like multi MMORPG, right? Like Genshin Impact, or people more like like Warcraft or Dota and so on, and these kind of games. So because of customer preference keep changing. Hello, yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so I think I still have last 5 minutes, and that is the 3 out of 7 questions to try to answer when data is available for us. So I will directly jump to my last topic, which is SLB digital strategy, and this is also the information that I need to present as the SLB representative here. Okay, sorry, I will turn up the lights too. It's getting dark. Okay, so in the last 5 minutes, I will explain what is SLB digital strategy. So to understand SLB digital strategy, we need to go through SLB's rebranding in 2022. So for those of you who have worked in the industry, you might know SLB or Schlumberger is actually an oil and gas service company, but now it has transformed in 2022. So as Logan mentioned, that if we don't change, if the company don't change, they will be irrelevant. They will be expired. Now SLB see that they cannot focus on oil and gas forever, and now we have changed to become a global technology company to achieve our sustainable development goals, which is to decarbonize our operation. So this is now. So SLB now is a global technology company. SLB drives innovation for what? For a balanced planet. So no longer just profit. We also want to take care of the environment for our generations to come. Now, where does digital come in? Where does digital come into that picture? I will spend another 3 minutes for the committee. Is that we need digital to scale this effort. One, that we need to accelerate the value added creation of the business in every part of the value chain. And there are 3 engines of growth: core, digital, and new energy. I'll just focus on the digital. So digital is required as an enabler, right? So we need technology in order to to do the decarbonization efforts. So and that can only be done through acceleration and scaling up through digital tools. This is an example of digital for core that SLB has been developing. So on the left is Performance Live. So as Ms. Nafi explained, that I've worked in the field as a field engineer for more than 10 years. I used to work in offshore rigs in the middle of the ocean and in the middle of the jungle. And the furthest I got was work in the Japanese sea in Kashiwazaki. And right now, field engineers don't need to go there. They just need to drill from their laptops or from their computers in Jakarta, for example, or in Semarang. And we still need people in the field, like in the middle of the ocean, but we can reduce the quantity. So what SLB is doing now, using digital as part of a digital transformation, is that we reduce the amount of people we send to the rig site and replace it with virtual engineers working remotely far away. And this is, of course, challenging because you need the technology, the IT infrastructure, you need a workflow on how to respond to emergencies and so on. Another type of, example is this autonomous directional drilling. Pak Babang mentioned that that autonomous manufacturing is also one of the trends in digital transformation. And for drilling, usually when we want to drill, there's a person called directional driller that tells the tool where to go. So he changed the pumps and the tool will turn right and turn left. So we don't drill a straight hole, we go to many directions. But now with autonomous, the tool has a brain of its own through artificial intelligence, and it can know where to go. Oh, okay, I'm too much to the right, so I have to turn left. This is a technology that's developing, so you don't need 2 directional drillers in the rig site, only one. Maybe in the future that you need no one at all in the rig site, only the tool can work by itself. And yes, also digital is a new way of operating, a new business model. Now SLBs also have opening digital services to create big data repositories, big data servers for oil companies and geothermal companies like Pertamina and Pertamina Geothermal Energy. And also that's why in 2023, we're also focusing on getting more revenue or getting more money through these digital services. And also to quote Pak Bambang in the last slide, that digital is not enough to just see it as a money-making tool or to reduce costs, but you have to see a comprehensive view of a general performance of the company. So yeah, I guess it's 4:10 and we have reached the end of my presentation. Thank you for the engagement and talking about where you're from, which university you're from, what you want from this session, also your interest in K-drama. It was really fun, and hopefully this was helpful that you could take in your daily lives as a student or maybe a business owner one day. Thank you very much. I'll give it back to Ms. Nafi.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Buna, for the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, the comprehensive of industrial digital transformation from Dr. Bambang and Mr. Buna. I invite Dr. Bambang to the room again. And now it's time for us to have a discussion with our great speakers. Okay, now we have come to the second Q&A session. Maybe before we are going to the Slido link, I invite the participant who raise your hand first. Actually, from Miss Afifah, the time is yours.
Okay. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Mr. Bambang and Mr. Buna. Yeah, my name is Afifah Radian from Indonesian Open University. So that's interesting matter about anyone who can make a digital transformation about with education or AI. So I wanted to question to Mr. Buna. Well, what's question? Oh yeah, how we can do about a so what's the purpose of AI of transform?
Maybe Hello, Miss Afifah. Maybe you can deliver in Bahasa if you are enjoy with Bahasa.
Oh yeah. How what's the purpose of transformation digital to AI and education? For many people have outside that, and how we can solution if there are miss obstacle about digital transformation.
Ya buat ini dalam masuk dalam itu loh. Mana? Ada juga di bawah itu mana?
Miss Afifah,
Okay,
can you
sorry.
repeat your second question? I didn't get the second question.
For all the participants, please mute yourself. Miss Afifah,
And
you
the
can
second question, yeah. The second question is how we have got solution if there's a miss of this obstacle with digital transformation of AI and education. If there's a many missing about status report. That's all.
Sorry. Miss Nafi,
Okay.
can you did you get the second question? I didn't get it. I just said missing something.
Maybe you can write. Yeah, maybe it's easier for us to see or to understand the question.
I about the question from Miss Afifa, actually, what's the relation between the artificial intelligence and education, and what's the benefit and also the challenge about that? Maybe from Dr. Bambang first, and then continue
Yeah,
with
that's the good question.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not very clear actually the question is, but I'm trying to understand what Ms. Afifa wants to know. Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, what is, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, is it a barrier or something, or the about implementing the digital transformation, especially in industry or manufacturing companies? So, of course, first of all, like it has been said in many times before, that going digital is a must, not an option anymore. Yeah. So whatever the challenge is faced by us or by the companies, it must be coming with the solution. Yeah. We, of course, we cannot avoid or we cannot reject the advancements of the technology. In this case, say digital technology or digital transformation. So again, because of on one side, the customers are really having more and more demanding quality of products. So that is again that we cannot avoid or we cannot escape us from the implementation of the let's say digital technology. Yeah, we see around us there are so many let's say businesses, both in goods and services, are really using or applying this kind of technology, and that is going to be let's say a strategy that must be taken by those companies to be on the leading edge. Yeah. If they are not taking that, so they will be left behind. I think some of the example products have been known by of those who are not in this. Let me say, if they are not innovating by using or let's say embracing the technology of a digital transformation, then they will not be successful. Yeah. But of course, there are barriers or challenges that must be overcome. But I think the most important thing is how we know the benefit of that. Yeah, by knowing and using let's say the benefit of this company, of this technology, then we will find the solution. And of course, also have to plan for the investment. Of course, it will take some budget, some funding to go digital. But again, this is something that we cannot refuse. So whether you like it or you don't like it, then you have to go with that. I hope that's answering the question.
Okay, for the next, please, Mr. Guna. for the additional
Okay.
answer about the correlation between industry and education. Yeah.
Yeah. So there were two questions. The first one to answer short about what are the benefits of digital transformation. So it was discussed a lot during this webinar. Dr. Logan explained that it's a must if you don't want to be obsolete, to stay relevant. In Pak Bambang's survey, it mentioned to reduce costs. And if I would like to add from oil and gas perspective, that cost reduction is a must because of the uncertainty of oil and gas commodity. So when you work in industry where the price can go to 100 USD per barrel in, let's say, in 2015, and then peak as well 100 USD per barrel, and then down to 20 USD per barrel in during COVID in 2020, then you need to make your operation efficient through digital transformation, or else you'll have to fire employees and you cannot run your business. And for the second question, thank you, Ms. Nafi, for the clarification about correlation of AI, digital industry, and education. Now, it's very strong correlation. As you know, that last year we had the G20 meeting in Bali, and one of the focus areas of the G20 through our government and their partner diplomatic representatives is for the digital transformation of Indonesia, and we need the technology AI to be implemented to make better decisions, to automate the process. We need the industry, the real sector, to create the products. Like I'm in the industry, I'm in the real sector, and education, the BINUS Semarang role and all other universities' role to ensure that we can fill in the competency gap, because we need engineers that are able to understand the system, like industrial engineer, and able to suggest new engineering designs or new programs or new algorithms to solve current day problems. I hope that answered the question.
Okay. I think it detailed answer from Dr. Bambang and Mr. Buna. For the next, I invite Agi for delivering your question. Please, thank you, Ms. Alviva.
Okay, thank you. Pleasure.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay,
Good
please go ahead.
afternoon. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aji Nur Faizal Hafiz. You can call me Aji. I have question about technology and AI. Will technology completely replace humans? As we know that AI and robots have helped human work and replaced them. What is the solution which current technology development so fast that it will replace human jobs? Thank you.
Okay, the question is it
Rep-
for
Repeat, please.
Sir, Dr. Bambang, please.
Could you please again repeat the questions, Ms. Nafi?
Okay, actually from Agi said that what's the benefit of AI and the challenge of AI, because the human can replace the AI can replace the human actually, and what's the challenge and how we can collaborate each other between human and AI technology on the other technology. Thank you.
Okay, I'm trying to comment on the questions, and I think Mas Buna will continue the explanation, of course. Well, the world is changing like this. People will always say that, and in some cases we cannot resist that. We cannot avoid that. Yeah, that is something that is definitely will be going around us, or will happen to us. Yeah, whether you like it or you don't like it. Yeah. I can give you one example. For example, we cannot really ask, yeah, like say the industry to I mean, we cannot refuse the innovation made by companies, by manufacturing companies in this case. Yeah, whether you ask or you are not asking, they will continue, progressing with innovation. Yeah. So it is about the competitiveness or the competitive, let's say, environment that is forcing companies to take to or to embrace the technology. Yeah. Of course, I can give you an example. If now you are, for example, buying a cellular phone or mobile phone, of course you will try to get the, let's say, the most sophisticated one. Yeah. Whether you ask the companies to produce that or not, they will be available in the market. And you are going to think that you are, of course, what I'm going to say is that the demand is created by the companies. Yeah. For example, maybe 10 years ago, especially me, and that was my time. Yeah, but I experienced that era. For example, we had no mobile phones at all. Yeah, but now, of course, it's a must that everyone must have a phone, or mobile phone. We never ask, we never ask to, let's say, or even think that we have come so far in this technology. So again, this is about competitiveness. If you are not embracing, if you are not implementing the technology, then, and in a sense that you are not innovating, yeah, then you will be left behind. Yeah, there are so many examples of products and services that are not succeeding, yeah, because they are not really embracing or implementing the technology. So this is again about the competitiveness. If you don't adopt the technology, then customer will not, choose or will not buy your product. So this is something like, let's say, a must. Yeah, that's what we always say, that you innovate or you die. That is one thing. I hope that's answering the question. Thank you.
Okay, please, Mr. Buna, for
Thank you.
the
Yes, just to add a little more to answer Mas Aji's question. So will AI replace human tasks? And if yes, how much is it totally? So this question was asked to technology leaders today, like Elon Musk from Tesla. And what Elon Musk said is that he dreams one day his factory will no longer be consist of physical people, but just robotic arms operating in the workshop. But many of our experts believe that we're still a long way to go to get that kind of technology, maybe 10, 15 years. So if your question is, will it replace totally? I will answer that there is big chance it will replace the physical work, the AI and the robots and the autonomous systems. However, for us, for you, the youth, that you also have a big opportunity because new jobs will come. So in the past, what is needed, people who do physical work, but next, everyone here, you will become a system engineer, you become data scientist, you will become AI specialist to assess whether the AI algorithm is valid, to verify are there any errors in executing the program. So that is the answer. I believe that they will not totally replace a human, but there will jobs that will be obsolete through time. And we've seen this in the industrial revolution, and we'll see that also in the digital transformation. But there will be new jobs coming, and that's why we all need to be prepared and adapt ourselves with new skill sets for the digital transformation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Buna and Dr. Bambang and Mr. Agi. I think it's
Thank you very much,
comprehensive.
Mr.
Okay, thank you. And then I will invite from the Slido screen for Dr. Bambang. You can see on the screen also what are the challenges of digital transformation for companies?
You want me to answer now?
Yeah,
Waalaikumsalam. Gimana, Den?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Dr. Bambang.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have shown the slides regarding these questions. Of course, if I can remember from the slides that the challenges faced by the companies are mostly they are not having a clear path or strategy. So yeah, especially of course the medium and small size companies. Yeah, they don't really have a clear path of where to go, something like that. And of course, the second challenge is usually about money or about funding. Yeah, they are not really willing, to invest on the let's say digital technology or digital transformation, because like of course the engineering things that we are putting in our production or in the manufacturing companies, it is not something that will yield or will result in a very short time. The investment might take let's say a longer time, to let's say result in let's say monetary benefits. So some companies may not have the endurance or the let's say time, to wait for the result. And they want a quick result. Yeah, that is one thing must be let's say understood by the companies, that investment is something that will go a little bit longer in longer time to give let's say financial results or return. Yeah. Do you want me to go to the next questions, Ms. Nafi? Hello.
Ms. Nafi is still mute.
Yeah, this is the second question. I have a question too. Yeah.
Can you hear
How
me?
do we know if the company is manufacturing digital transformation thing? Yeah. Yeah, of course, if we as the customers, of course, might not see the inside of a company, but what is going to be let's say a sign of a manufacturing company is let's say using or implementing digital transformation is of course the product itself. So how sophisticated the product, how good is the product, the quality of the product. Is it let's say going with the technology, and is it leading with the market and with compared to the competitors? I think that is because, or the reason of why they are on that position, because of they are embracing that digital transformation or digital technology. So I think, of course, when we are looking at the products now or nowadays, then you will see, and I think you can easily see which products are coming from, let's say, sophisticated production processes, which means that they are, let's say, using the benefits of digital transformation. Yeah. So I think in one point that we, the customers, must take the advantage or of this company being competitive. Yeah, because if then companies are competing among themselves, then it should be the customers that will take the most benefit of it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
that's-
thank you, Dr. Bambang. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, because we have limit time, so we must close this session. But before we close, for one question for Mr. Buna, for the last question, what's unforeseen ethical, economic, and societal challenges might arise as we embark on industrial digital transformation, and how can they be responsibly managed? You are also see on the monitor or screen. From Raibara.
Yeah, thank you for the question, Raibara. So actually, again, back to the K-drama, there was a social issue that occurred. So the problem is that one of the startups created a AI technology that could replace security workers. So usually you have two satpams to take care of the security. Now they remove the satpam, just put camera that will flag every time they see a movement. Now, what happens is a protest came, a large protest of these security workers. They went to the streets, and it created a huge problem for the AA company because it shows that they're not solving problems in the society sustainably, or they're not considering societal issues or human issues. So that's one of the challenges, that if you keep on thinking about cost reduction or technology advancement, but you take out the human factor, then that will become a problem. Now, luckily for us industrial engineers, we take strongly the human factor part of it. And what we could do is, for example, a gradual reduction. So you don't completely remove all the physical workers, that you remove those who are old first, that are retired, and then you offer them another place in the company. You make discussions with them of what are the options if that they don't work as security workers anymore. So it's basically engagement between the technology company and the human that are being disadvantaged or due to this digital transformation. So I guess that narrative could answer your question, right?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Buna, for the comprehensive answer. Actually, this is at the end of the session. But before I close this session, I would like to invite the great speaker to give us some short closing remarks. Please, Dr. Bambang and Mr. Buna, give your closing remark first.
Yeah. First of all, again, I would like to thank the committee for inviting us to have a discussion with the audience. I think it's a very interesting thing, that we can we discuss today, because that is going on. I mean, like I have said, that we cannot avoid the advancements of technology. So better we embrace that. And of course, for the second thing is that hopefully our life is becoming easier and more comfortable with the progress of the technology. So and my last, of course, hope is that I think most of the participants are students. So I think when you are graduating, let's say in a few years to come, you are really in the let's say in the era of modern technology, whatever it is. Yeah. So please be prepared for that, and not just to be as spectators. Yeah, but do something with that. You have to be a doer of the let's say the happening of the technology that is now, of course, becoming a demand for all of us. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bambang. And please go ahead, Mr. Buna.
Thank you, Ms. Nafi, for the time. I send my respect to the whole committee of BINUS Semarang, especially Mas Raka, who have invited me. And it's an honor for me also to speak in parallel with respective Dr. Bambang, who's also my lecturer. It was very I enjoyed the session. It's nice to meet you all, 900 people. And since I had a topic about data, so data is just a small part of a digital transformation, is be wise in using your data and also providing your data because that's a really important part of your life and also your business if you become a business owner. And as students, increase your skills in digital skills because that is what is needed in the job market if you want to work. And if you want to become a lecturer, then keep on learning the industrial trends of digital transformation, same to what Pak Bambang presented, and ensure to be relevant stay relevant, and so that your knowledge and your skills could be useful for the whole society. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Buna and Dr. Bambang for the closing remarks. And ladies and gentlemen, please allow me also to take some highlight from this today's session. Actually, we must ready for implementing the industrial digital transformation because we can reduce the operational cost, increase the efficiency of the company, and also the company can take the opportunity to achieve greater business resilience, agility, customer experience, and also return on investment. And for the last is having a certificate appreciation from Mr. Kumara to the speaker. Please welcome Mr. Kumara. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nafi. Thank you, Dr. Babang Purwangkono and Mr. Buna Rizal for the such interesting information in this international webinar. And it's an honor for me to give you all an appreciation, a certificate for you. First of all, for Bambang Purwangkono.
Yes. Thank you for this certificate from the committee, especially from Mas Raka. Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
And then the next is Mr. Buna Rizal. Thank you so much for your interesting information.
You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity. And this is my first online certificate on the topic of digital. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we back to Ms. Nafi.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kumara. And this is the end of the session. And for the next agenda, I will get back to the MC, Naya and Max. Over to you, Naya and Max. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nafi, Ms. Logeis, Mr. Buna, and Mr. Ida, and Mr. Bambang. Wow, that was very, very useful information. I learned many new things from the speakers. What about you, Max? Did you find anything interesting from the discussion about?
Of course, Denaya, you did not have to ask me about that. The one that makes me feel amazed is that how General Electric has used digital transformation to help their employees work faster and more efficient. And it is really, really opens up my horizons a lot.
Well, it's time for to enter the long-awaited session. What is it?
The quiz session. Please, for all the participants, to scan the barcode displayed on your screen to join the quiz.
Participants, you can budget on the screen to join the game, the quiz.
Don't forget, there is a process in form of e-money. If you are
waiting for the players.
you can join the quiz from the web. Okay, maybe there is gonna be a restart
Yeah, sorry for
for technical issues. Please keep waiting for the new start.
if you cannot enter the quiz with the barcode, you can enter it from the website, guys. Miss Navi already sent the link on the chat section, so please. Okay, yes. Okay, yes.
There is 61 people who there is right one people who can right. Now, seems like last It's now in the list. This is the last one. This is the last one. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Congratulations to
Chantal.
Center for the bars. For the second,
And the third, please contact the for the top 3 high scorers, please contact the committee for the information of how to claim the prize.
the next agenda will be taking picture with speakers, committee, and participants. Committee, please help us to take a photo. Okay, don't forget to turn on your camera, guys, because we are taking picture together.
Hello, everyone. Before photo session, all the participants turn on your camera, please. Okay. Turn on camera, please. Okay. Okay, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next slide.
1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Next slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Slide 6 and 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Komite. I can't believe we are at the end of this event.
Our time together was so enjoyable that it felt like it went by quickly, isn't it, Anaya?
However, we are very grateful to all parties who have participated in this afternoon's webinar.
Committed resource person and the participants, we are waiting for your feedback, okay? It helped us a lot to be better. And do not forget to take the exit ticket. Once again, thank you so much for attending the third international webinar in the digital transformation. See you next year and have a nice day.
Don't forget to take the exit ticket, okay? There's
The ones for non-Pinusian and the ones the other right is for Pinusian.
we're waiting for the feedback. So please, you can answer it with university. Thank you guys, you're amazing. It's a long 3 hours, but
Stop sama mute.
Apa yang di stop ini mah enggak kan jangan stop.
Saya screennya enggak. Bisa ada suaranya?
Enggak kok, enggak ada.
Masuk, suaranya masih masuk. Wes di mute. Suaranya sopo. Oh, Burike.
Yeah.